guys, Rob here with Deluks Gaming, and today I just want to give you guys a very quick update on the up-and-coming tournament, as well as a quick channel update as well. Okay, first things first, Reassembly! Okay, so I know that the second part of the 60,000p tournament was tentatively scheduled for last Saturday. However, that didn't happen due to a series of unfortunate events, as well as some family obligations and such, so it just didn't happen, but that's okay. So the next part of tournament number 10, which is the 60,000p, the second part of the 60,000p tournament, is now scheduled firmly for Saturday, November 21st. That's next Saturday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, I'm not entirely sure if Luke and or Simon will be joining me for the next tournaments, but if they do, great. Otherwise, I can't expect people to join me for, 4-hour tournaments all the time. But if they do, that would be great, because I really enjoyed having them as commentators of the event. Now, something very important that you may or may not have been aware of is that Reassembly, the game Reassembly, received a big update on November 8th that has fundamentally changed a number of things regarding the point system in tournaments. So, I propose that for those of you still waiting to compete in the 60,000p tournament, or even the 8,000p Dreadnought tournament, that you now have an opportunity to test and send your ships to me again by Friday, November 20th. So I encourage you to retest and tweak as necessary if you so choose to do so, and then resend me the files. You don't have to. It's just the game may have changed in ways that you didn't expect, so I encourage you to check that out. Okay, the next thing I would like to talk about very quickly is the channel schedule. There is none, and a number of people have been asking for this, and I would love to provide something solid. Unfortunately, with the current work that I'm doing, it's really difficult, especially during the winter season, to plan anything definitively for you. What I am going to try and do is get back to doing 5 to 7 videos a week. It's been really tough lately, but you know what? I think I've got a number of things under control, and I think I can come back to at least promising 5. Now, if everything goes well, of course, we can get back up to 7 without a problem. It's just, like I said, work during this season is always challenging for me, and I don't even know how I pulled it off last year, but I'm going to try and make that happen again. As far as specific content goes, well, some of you are wondering about Factorio. Well, I have not given up on it. I just had some trouble again with one of the patches a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to do research or something with one of the patches. Anyway, so I put it down for a couple weeks to kind of make sure everything was kind of fixed. I know they probably fixed it right away, but that's one of the things with games that they're constantly updating. You never know what's coming. It could be good, it could be bad, but that's also a wonderful thing about these games, that they're constantly updating. I mean, Factorio, just all the content they keep adding all the time. It's such a wonderful thing. Anyway, I'm rambling. But anyway, so expect to see some Factorio coming back. Of course, we're going to be continuing on with our Speed Demon series, which is kind of our little speed run. I have to practice up again, though, because, well, not spending a couple weeks with Factorio is crippling. You just got to relearn the game. But anyway, so expect to see more Factorio very soon. And speaking of games changing constantly, that brings me to TerraTech. Yes, I still like TerraTech, and I still want to go back to TerraTech. I had to step back from it because, of course, my last series got stifled right away because the save game was corrupt because of a patch. And, these things happen, and I expect it to happen. But once again, I had to step back and do some other stuff while they kind of worked on the game. And I was kind of waiting for it to reach kind of a more stable build again, to do something a little bit more long-term, because I find a lot of times, especially with a game like TerraTech, you get into building it and building up your base and building new things, and then it can be a little frustrating to lose all that time you spent on this stuff with a save game. And it's an alpha product, or an alpha or beta, or whatever you want to call it. So I expect it to happen at some point. So I'm hoping to come back to that at the beginning of the year, sometime in January. Oh, there goes my phone. Sometime in January, I'm going to come back to TerraTech, and it's going to be a blast, and hopefully we get some nice, good, stable builds. The reason I say January is because I'm sure the team will be taking some time off for Christmas, so that'll be a perfect time for us to get into some TerraTech. Okay, let's talk about Stonehearth. I think Stonehearth is going great, and I love that game, and I fully intend to do way more Stonehearth on the channel. As a matter of fact, Alpha 13 is, I believe, out now, and I think we're to a point in the game that we're probably ready to restart. Although I would like to continue building the castle, but I want to do it with the new alpha, and I don't know if the save game will work. I'll try it, but either way, fully expect to see more Stonehearth and more often. If I could do two or more episodes of that a week, I would be happy, because it is a lot of fun, and it's tweaking that creativity in my brain. Like, I want to get in and build, like, I'd want to experiment with it a lot more. And, that just means we're going to have to do more episodes of it. And I think a lot of you guys are really enjoying the Stonehearth, but more importantly, I'm enjoying the Stonehearth. And I think I need to enjoy it before you guys can enjoy it. But anyway, so Stonehearth is a for sure. Okay, and that brings us to Beyond Soul. We're definitely going to finish this current game of Beyond Soul, and then we might find something to take that time slot, and then maybe we'll come back to it. I'm not sure. We're definitely going to continue playing Game Corp DX. I don't know at what point we'll stop playing it. I don't know if the game goes on forever, if it has a definitive finish, or it just forever. I don't know, but we're going to keep playing it. Maybe there's another 5 episodes in there. Maybe there's another 10. I have no idea. I'm going to try and step it up from 1 episode a week. I never intended to do... I just want you guys to know, I always want to do more than 1 episode of everything a week. It's just, life gets in the way, right? Life always gets in the way. Stupid work. But anyway, I would like to be playing it more. I just don't know if I'll have the time. But we're going to play it until it feels like the game's either over or whatever, and then we'll find something else to fill that time slot. And or maybe come back to it at some point, but who knows, right? Now, there's a game that I've been dying to really get into and really start to learn and get better at and put it into the channel, and of course do some multiplayer stuff, and that's From the Depths. And I've been really struggling to find the time to actually sit down and learn the game. So basically what's going to happen, and so this is probably going to drive so many people crazy, is that I'm just going to come in and I'm not going to sit there and spend days trying to learn the game. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to start playing. And then I'm going to rely on the advice of all you guys that know way more than me about From the Depths. I'm going to do my best to try and learn it as much as I can. But I think part of the problem is me trying to find the time to learn the game before I put it on YouTube. Of course, it's just, I just don't have that ability. So I'm just going to have to start playing it on YouTube, and then there's going to be a lot of people that yell at me, and that's fine. You go ahead and yell at me, but as long as it's helpful, it has to be constructive criticism, because I want to be able to actually play this multiplayer with some other people who are dying to actually play some multiplayer with me. So that is the goal, is From the Depths. That's coming up probably before the end of the month. That's my hope. Beyond all that, there are 2 really cool, exciting new indie titles that are getting closer to early access, and I didn't want to put them on the channel until they were kind of in that place where they're fun and yet mostly playable, but, you know, still have a long way to go, but still, you know, worth featuring and showing off. So I'm really excited to get those going, and hopefully I'll have those going sometime around the beginning of December. So yeah, that's coming. Okay, that's it for my announcements. That's all I got, and that's all I can promise at this point in time. But if you have any questions about any of the current series that are on the channel, or really want something specific to appear on the channel, let me know. I can't make any promises because I am so busy, but I always try out the requested games, and sometimes they're really, really fun. They may not always be something I feature on the channel, but you know what? You guys sort of got a pretty good idea of the kind of things I like, and I love tips on things that I should try. So, you know, like I said, they may not always end up here, but please, yeah, send me your ideas anyway, because I was looking at Cortex command. That looks like a lot of fun. Somebody had suggested it the other day. It looks like a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to put it up on the channel. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll be so exciting that I just have to put it on the channel. I have no idea. But yeah, always send me your ideas. That's really good. And another reminder: Reassembly tournament number 10, 60,000p part 2. Will be on Twitch TV at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll probably have the video up on the Sunday. So November 21st is when we're actually having the live stream on Twitch TV. I will put the link in the description below. And on the 22nd, we'll probably have the video out on YouTube. I will try to get somebody to co-commentate with me. If not, it'll just be me. But either way, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So we'll see you there. And anyway, guys, thanks for listening to my babble. Take care.